Well, talk about Frankenstein 101 and the tales from Dracula, I guess. Scientists have injected mice with human brain cells and made them smarter. Mm, wow. Anyway, it's a true story, man. So here we got an intelligent mice. They got a lot smarter. Some of the human brain cells, they started out about 300,000, and it got it from donated fetuses or something, and the human brain cells actually multiplied and took over from 300,000 human cells in the beginning, and they multiplied to 12 million. So they kind of took over the mouse's brain in one area, but the scientists insist that the mouse is still 100% mouse brain, even though it's wearing sweaters and saying hi and talking like as a British accent. And I'm just kidding. So I don't know where this is going, man. Actually, what they're trying to do is why they actually did this was to try to find methods not to make mice smarter, but to treat like multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's or I don't know, some brain diseases that people have, whatever. So that maybe they could inject some kind of cells and rejuvenate it. But actually, this kind of goes along with another video I did about females' casual sex partners. I guess it goes for anybody's casual sex partners. The DNA of the male goes into the female from their casual sex partners and remains with them for life. That was one scientific study out there. But looking how this worked with the mice, that's pretty wild because they said you wouldn't think. You would think that if they injected 300,000 human cells, they multiplied to 12 million. That's a hell of a big difference. That's 40 times. So I don't know why. I mean, I don't know how they did that, but they actually took over one area of the mice's brain, and but they say it's still the mouse memory, but it's a hell of a lot more enhanced. They say the mouse with these astrocytes, that's what took over, not the neurons, but the astrocytes, were a hell of a lot smarter than the other mice. So now we also know what happened with Catwoman. Right? Maybe that's where Catwoman came from. She got injected with cat cell brains or something, cat brain cells, and she became Catwoman with extrasensory perception and whiskers and that feline sense that can sense out evil and good, right? Maybe that's what happened with Catwoman. I don't know. Or Leopard Woman. Probably never heard of Leopard Woman. She's not too well known, and she never got endorsed by Hollywood or Sony yet, so that's why you probably never heard of her. But you heard of Catwoman, right? So anyway, who the hell knows, man? We might have interspecies mating. I don't know where this is going, man. She says, meow, do I turn you on? So anyway, I don't know, man. This is freaking wild. It's got like major ethical repercussions and stuff. So, you could say, hi, here's George the Mouse. Hi, George the Mouse. How you doing? Oh, boy, fine. You talk about the gecko. You remember the gecko for the insurance company? Gecko. Well, probably that really is a real gecko injected with some human brain cells or something. I don't know. Maybe it really is a talking gecko. You don't know, man. So, you also got the centaurs, right? Half human, half horse. How do you know those aren't really real? Maybe they just died out because of something. I don't know. Next time we have the magnetic fields due to magnetic pole flip, we shall find out because the cosmic rays are going to bombard us and affect our DNA. So we shall see. We're nothing but DNA light beings as it is, from what I've been told. Although I can't figure out how that works exactly. But there's something to it. There's something to it. It almost reinforces some of the religious stuff, too, because, they tell you about, the man and woman shall cleave together and just be one and become one. That does reinforce that. I know, like in that video I did with the DNA and the woman and casual sex partners remaining with them for life, which they don't know if that is an absolute guaranteed fact. It's just that kind of makes sense, too, besides if you start thinking about it, But, hey, I don't know. Maybe there's mermaids. Maybe there's mermaids, right? I mean, here's 5 mermaids as it is, right? We found 5 of them. So we got a green one, a yellow one, a blue one, a dark green one, and a red one. So anyway, we got every type of species of mermaids out there. We got centaurs. We have big lion's going to mate with the woman here, and we got leopard lady, and we got cat woman, and we got George the mouse. So I don't know, man. So these mouse brains are going to be really smart, man. You know, that'd be pretty cool because, you know, maybe they could do like electrical wiring or something. Like, you know how like, mice can get behind walls real good? You say, hey, George, could you feed this wire through over here where I can't reach it? He goes, yeah, sure, by Jove, I'll grab it through there. And hauls the wire through. Do you need the 220 volt or the 115, you know? And, you know, it's pretty cool, you know? You could be out there under there. You could be a great mechanical assistant, too. You could be like, you know, some of these electronic components are really small. The mice can work on them, man. The mice can get in these areas nobody can, right? So, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I'm just ad-libbing on this deal, but I kind of like the idea of Catwoman. That's pretty cool. And Leopard Woman isn't too bad, too. So, anyway, we'll see what kind of what the offspring come out here in the long run. So, the lady's thinking about it. And you can see the red raspberries are lighting up on her hair, so, you know, that means she's turned on, so who the hell knows. Anyway, I don't know, I'm just talking shit here a little bit, so, I don't know, man, that's pretty wild. They freaking put, but the thing is, that really kind of, you know, it's not like the neurons took over. The neurons of the mice are the same. But, practically all the GLIAL cells, glia cells, whatever, I don't even know. The thinking cells that make up about half of their brain cells are still mice, but practically all the other cells that support the neurons are human. So in other words, the 300,000 human cells that started out, that's what they started out with, that's what they injected, multiplied, and took over that whole area. So, you know, it's theoretically, you almost think that the human brain could be injected into a mouse. Now, I even want to go a little bit further with this because if you remember Donald Marshall, which I don't even know if this guy's legit or not, but he talked about the Vril, the VRIL or VRILL, about them injecting their brain cells or something into the human and it takes over through the eye and they really can't tell and it's actually not a human. How do you know that's not true, man? I mean, you got George the Mouse here, right? Food for thought, man. Food for thought. Does this support Vril theory? I don't know, man. You know, you can get down a lot of rabbit holes here. I'm not going to actually go too far down it because what I do is I entertain a thought. I say, well, is that possible? Is it 10% possible, 15% possible, 1% possible, 50% possible? I don't know. It doesn't mean I believe it or not, you know? So it's just a little bit of entertainment for thought because so many other weird stories out there about the Vril, you never know, right? The, you know, the men in black, they walk amongst us like Medvedev talked about. He slipped up that one time back in December 2012. Hey, man, you never know, man. It can get pretty strange, right? Well, at least there's Catwoman to save the day, right? So, nothing to worry about. We got Catwoman here, so she'll take care of it. If there's any strange mice out there doing bad things, Catwoman will take care of it. But George the Mouse is a pretty friendly guy, so don't worry about it.